Good evening and welcome to tonight's maybe first, maybe only cast. It is an NGS West game of lowered expectations versus Private Potato. I am your caster O-Line Bus, and today we have maybe not a special map, but it's still a good. It should still be a good series. Hello, Raka. I hope you're doing well. I am hopefully the only line boss that you know. Anyway, we did see Volskaya picked up, as I say. Always, I don't know who picks map or I don't know who got map pick and don't know who gets first pick, as I don't like spoiling the series. In subsequent maps, I do not know whether a team chose map pick first pick, because again, that will also spoil the series for me. I like going into this a bit blind. So yeah, we did see lowered expectations did ban out Tomb of the Spider Queen as well as Towers of Doom, while Private Potato banned out Dragonshire and Sky Temple. These teams hate the end of the. Yeah, they really do. But we're going to Volskaya. Let's actually jump straight into the game as I push this button and this button. Right. On the left-hand side of lowered expectations, we have the Funk on Gazlowe. Spudmax. Oh, that one will be a bait later. Spudmax on the Flame Man himself. I'm definitely not stalling for time as I try to remember. Kael'thas's game. Game? Name. Kael'thas, yes. Dingo on the Joanna. Dextor on the Alarak, and Malfrax on the. And when on the right hand side of Private Potato, we have Nice Beaver on the Varian, Dr. Swole on Artanis, Artful Dodger on Murky, Varun on the Stukov, and Dr. Huxtable on the Phoenix. And that's actually a very large, I believe it's called Chaos Strike coming out from Dextor. Alarak getting a very big silence off at the beginning. However, would be playing very safe from the moment. You're lucky. My first guess was playing it. Okay, Ragnaros and Blaze makes sense, yeah. I can see that. Nice Beaver got very low there, but did not quite go down. A lot of damage taken by the side of Private Potato there, however, nothing too serious as no one was lost. We do have to remember, Varian, in the beginning of the game, is, as Raka kindly points out in chat, a very cute big minion. He is not much help until at least level 4, where he can start to lock people down, and even then he doesn't have his true power spike becoming a hero until 7, as a lot of people will say. But right. Oh, whoops, I nearly broke something. Let's ignore that. It's only something of mine. I'm going to get rid of that, open up this, and that is Dr. Huxtable going down, as I realized very, very quickly I was about to miss something. Sometimes I'm attentive, and that was barely one of them. Unfortunately, that is a loss from the Private Potato did lose someone, however, it is not the end of the world, as an early kill is not the biggest experience. Oh, Dexter, you're spraying. This is why I like. Oh, no, we got a nice friendly sprays going here. Maybe they're friends, I don't know. But I think people forget sometimes people go through and cast replays, and I wonder how that goes. Anyway, we do see the very lonely Dingo, but again, Varian does not have that lockdown yet, so is unable to do anything about it. I say that, but here comes the level 4s, and we do see, yep, Taunt. Taunt being probably the biggest thing to note that is taken up here, is Taunt does a lot of CC and a lot of lockdown for the side of Private Potato. Other things to note in terms of quests, as we do see Dr. Huxtable is stacking advanced weaponry, but that will be actually the Artanis going down. Artanis not going with the can't remember what it's called. Protective Io that's been very favoured in terms of stacking damage recently, and that will be also a excellent pull silence combo going on to the Phoenix, meaning they will go down. Dexter actually looking quite nice on this Alarak so far. It's not a hero we see very often, but it is paying off so well. I hope the hail is not picking up on my microphone, but we will see how that goes. Artful Dodgers being a pest, and was exploded, as we see Alarak is now at 114 sadism. That is a nice, healthy amount from quite early on. Murky, I should note, is stacking slime, something very interesting. Slime time. Dingo getting caught a bit under towers. Dexter did mess up that combo, however, that will still be the Stukov going down. This is not good for the side of Private Potato thus far. It's doing a lot of is happening here. As those pull combos doing very well, Artanis did step into the... Oh no, I'm just realizing how many Protoss are on the field. And that will be the Varian going down. Artanis and Alarak. Artanis pull the Alarak. Oh no, that's some ace. Yeah, Alarak does have some tasty Murloc snacks. As this Murloc, it goes down pretty quick. And unfortunately, a bit too quick for Alarak to pull off their full combo, which is where they'll get a lot of it, at least, I believe 10 to 20% of their sadism from, as they stack that up slowly but surely. I can actually look at this. Yeah, up to 20% sadism. The Murloc dies too quick to get the full WQE combo, but that will still be Murky going down again. And unfortunately, he will still give sadism that way up until a certain point. Up until 30%. And we're slowly getting there actually. I don't know how close we are actually. I would need to look at the character to figure out more. Artful Dodger, your egg is kind of in danger. I'm going to point this out. But however, we did see the Punisher start to walk upwards, and we don't see the normal tactic of it going top and taking out the well for the second objective. It did just decide to run down mid with it. The team of lowered expectations that was. We're getting some very safe, not safe way. That's a Murloc going down to the Flame Boy Kael'thas. Varen and Dr. Swole both have to back out. Unfortunately, Dexter did not get any of the sadism from that kill as they were too far away. Stepping up quite a bit, Murky did actually disappear to move their egg, and we did see it go down there as, yep, we do have an exclamation mark above him. This is some very aggressive fort dive. Dr. Swole is, fortunately, Artanis. Artanis can be very tanky under the right circumstances, and in a fight like that where a lot of the damage is burst and he managed to dodge it, they do survive a while. Ooh, this is very aggressive positioning from the blue team of lowered expectations. I'm going to close this actually so I have more room to see. Dingo really wants that egg, and Murky's egg will go down. We do have a deadly charge going off. Will the Alarak choose to commit? That is shield miss. Dr. Huxtable losing half health, and that will be them going down in a flash. Very good engage from the side of lowered expectations. Varen being chased out. Nice Beaver doing the best they can to get out the Kael'thas. Spud max on 1 health. Drop down to 50. And nope, just under 60 will be the lowest they get. Dr. Swole looks for a swap. Does get silent halfway through, so they're unable to throw out the Prism. Yeah. We did see a Heroics actually come out for the side of lowered expectations. Sorry, my camera works a bit shoddy today. It's a first match of the day, so it always needs a bit of a warm-up if you just understand. So yeah, I'm going to slowly follow around the Alarak. As we did see him use Deadly Charge, we do see the Gravo Bomb from the Funk. Blessed Shield was used at engagement, however did not hit anything. Anduin goes Light Bomb, so we will not see the Light Bomb Holy Sword combo. And we did see Kael'thas pick up the Pyro. On the right hand side, we do see Octograb and the Planet Cracker. We're going to have the Octograb Meme Beam combo. I think... If you haven't seen what it is, you may be in for a nice treat soon, because we do also see the Artanis' Purifier Beam. Yet another Meme Beam. Varian went the Shield Wall, very wise considering the amount of spell damage that has been coming out from right hand side, and Stukov went the Big Push, as I like to call it, but it does have a name, Massive Shove. And speaking of Massive Shove, there it is. Did hear the Deadly Charge coming out. Stukov gets stunned by the Light Bomb, however, is not quite going down. Dexter did not have their Q up. Varen very low, and there is the Meme Beam Octograb combo. That is a very dead Anduin, however, Variant is traded out, quickly followed by the Murky. Dexter is very stacked at 142, Sadism. Dr. Swole keeps going in, will keep going in, but however will go down to it. And then that is Stukov soon to follow. This is a almost disastrous fight as Dr. Huxtable keeps stepping in and will go down before the Q even connects from the Alarak. Alarak is being said that not one of the heroes that someone can play in chat. Well, I can't blame you. He's a harder hero to pull off. He can be quite punishing if you're not very good at him. Oh, I did hear Deadly Charge being charged up, but however it was deemed not useful. Dexter very much considering diving in, knowing roughly where Varian is, does see him again on map. Excellent stun. That will be the Deadly Charge going out. Varian only taking about the quarter of his health from that damage there, however, will not go down. To quickly look at talents, it is Right of Rack Share from the Alarak. Alarak getting extra damage every time they do hit someone with that Q who is marked, and will get extra sadism when that person is taken down. This is probably considered the best talent on this tier, as it is an essentially an infinitely stacking talent. Big combo going out Dr. Huxtable. Dr. Huxtable does get Pyro Blasted. They may have a warp to dodge it. Very close. Very good. Oh, that is a Octograb as a silence under it. Dexter does run away. Does have to keep running as that Mean Beam is chasing them. That is 2 down from Phoenix and Stukov. The Artful Dodger is taking a lot of damage. We do hear the Deadly Charge going off. That is Murky going down to the camp. Nice Beaver. Survives barely. And actually that is the Artanis going down here as well. We are seeing a very high kill game for the side of lowered expectations. However, Private Potato has not been able to find a footing so far. This is turning out to be quite a one-sided affair, but never judge. Never... How do I want to say this? Murky can do a lot. Murky is one of the best heroes to find alternative win conditions. However, this Murky is seeming to want to run down Spud Max at the moment. I've never seen a Kael'thas more fit. Kael'thas more scared of a Murloc. As we just know that Octograb is up, so it could be coming out any second, as well as Planet Cracker. Basically, whoever gets grabbed will get killed. I'd never judge before the 10-minute mark may be true. At least level 16s will be safe to say. But we do see level 16s are very much closer for the side of lowered expectations, and they are very close. That is Taunt coming out on Kael'thas. Kael'thas having to back off. We do see their Mana Addict up, so they do have that extra shield if need be. Artful Dodger running up, queuing for Dexter. Dexter, bit annoyed, decides to slap the Murloc a little bit. However, Murky does survive on it. Was surviving on a little bit of health, but will go down to the first of the 2 Flame Strikes as the Flame Strike talent at 16 was picked up. Baron getting very low, having to play safe for the moment. They're standing right of that laser beam, not something that I would recommend doing. We do have a Deadly Charge got Dexter. 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 So, there was probably a correct thing to do there. And I'm not sure if that was it. I personally play... I'm not the biggest Alarak player. I don't think that was a good idea. Let's see if it pays off, as a Murloc was traded out for an Alarak, a quarter kill for a full kill, and a sadism reset at that. I do... If they were here, I'd like to question what they're thinking, but it is their choice. I'm not one to judge, and we see the Joanna soon to follow. Artful Dodger will go down to that. Living Bomb, however. I wonder if it'll be a turnaround now, as Alarak Sadism reset is actually worth a lot when it comes into the late game. 50% less damage on one hero is not something to sneeze at. There's an extra swap under the Funk. The Funk gets stunned with that Murky Octograb, however it does go down. Graver Bomb, Deadly Charge only hits one. However, Graver Bomb combo will go off properly on both Baron and Dr. Swole, and that is a excellent taunt coming out, barely saving Dr. Huxtable. However, Dr. Huxtable will still go down to the Living Bomb. Baron just having to stay out. The silence doesn't quite connect with anyone, so he does have to back off. Artful Dodger trying their best to dodge. And that will be a disengage from the side of Private Potato. I've accidentally zoomed in when I was meant to zoom all the way out. And that is level 16's finally coming in for the side of Private Potato. We're only just now on an even talent tier, but we could see that one fight earlier did a lot to even up the 2 teams. Albeit, yes, a few kills were picked up by... I say a few, but a couple more kills were picked up by lowered expectations since both fight. There's a Deadly Charge going out onto the Varian. Oh, that is a good Mean Beam to... I need to start calling it Planet Cracker and not Mean Beam. That's just probably for the best. Does Varian have enough health? They do, actually, and in fact have 300 to spare. Because, as I say, if you have more than 1 health, you're alive. If you have 1 or more health, you're alive. You don't need more than 1. Excellent protect from the variant, however there will still be silence. Dr. Swole did go out for a combo, did not hit anything. Dexter getting taken by the mean beam, and actually that will be them going down to Purifier Beam, I should say. Again, another Alarak kill could be coming up quite costly. Excellent swap onto Dingo, gets swapped back in. That will be a taunt. Light Bomb does come out, but actually Joanna will go down before that kill comes out. I'm very surprised by the ability of Private Potato actually being able to hang on here for so long. If you look at the kill difference, there is a... I need to go over here as Spudmax was swapped by Dr. Swole. However, Dr. Swole choosing not to go in. Artful Dodger, however, is much braver than the Protoss as they keep going in, and that will be Spudmax being taunted and taken down by the combo of Beaver, Dr. Swole, and Artful Dodger. Oh boy, this is turning out to be very spicy. I said don't... Oh, I eventually said don't count a team out before level 16. And we do see a remarkable turnaround thus far, as in the last 2-3 minutes alone, we do see more or less 6 kills going over to the side of Private Potato versus 2 to 3, I believe, of lowered expectations. I'm just going to show you this. This is what Murky's doing. Just getting that Murky value. This Murky is a very hard hero to play with sometimes, as he is very much considered offlaner, but quite squishy to a lot of people. And it almost feels like at some points you're playing with a player down. And meanwhile... Varen, why? Anyway, it's okay. And we do see that this side of... Private Potato was playing very passive. Excellent light bomb, excellent divine shield. That is a huge combo, as that is first the Phoenix going down, then the Artanis. Artanis does actually get Purify Beam out. Nice Beaver getting very low as well. Is actually getting bodied and stuck. That is a excellent condemn to follow it off, and that will be a free-man kill. Free-man wipe? Free-man kill? Free-man takedown? Anyway, lowered expectations were able to take out 3 members of Private Potato, and that will be a level 20 advantage coming out. As you see them prepping this lane, it's time to siege it in. Very good idea, considering this Punisher is a 15-minute Punisher. Getting quite strong now, should be able to at least take this core. Not core, this keep. And if this keep is down beforehand, should be able to take the core. To quickly rattle off some level 20s, we see... I never remember what this is called. Inner Fire from Anduin. The copyright mouse upgrade to Explodium Charge. Bomb toss from the... Not the Alarak. Everything's Alarak in my head now, so I'm kind of in bat mode. No, from the Gazlo. Alarak went last laugh, is basically get out of jail free card. Kalphus went infinite bombs. That is an excellent pull from the Anduin, getting Dexter out of danger, keeping the Assassin alive for a bit longer. Light Bomb comes out, hitting both the Murloc and the Artanis. Dr. Swole backing out as well as Artful Dodger playing very safe. And then we see the Joanna Living Shield upgrade. And that is Murky going down. Turret was dropped beforehand. Excellent beam splitting off the team. Dingo taking a lot of damage there. Dexter did have to back out, and we do see them drop to that 1 health thanks to last laugh. Very wise, getting the Alarak in there for person on the lowest health, with the lowest siege damage actually getting in this objective. Actually, have considered seeing him on this map a few times, as it is something where you don't need that as much siege pressure as you do have a good 4-man rotation. Kalphus was taken out by Murky, as we do see making Inky coming out. That quest can do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. That one can do a lot of damage in a very short amount of time. Dr. Swole is calling GG. I think it may actually be a bit early, as we're seeing Malfrix go down to the hands of the core here. That will be the second person of Joanna going down, and that will be Protector actually being eaten through quicker than the enemy would like. Artful Dodger does realize they have to go up to this wave. And the Cata pressure as well as the Protector is just slightly too much. And that will be map 1 going over to the side of lowered expectations. As I quickly go into here and find this button so I could click this. And now let me change to the game summary view as I just boop. Yep, there we go. I need to remember to turn off those one day. Murky did a lot of siege this game, is probably the big thing to note for Private Potato. Private Potato was behind a lot of the time, which was less than ideal, as Murky is one of those heroes that can get you an experience advantage. However, the Alarak pull did get quite a few kills, as Joanna is a hero that can engage, but is not the best engager. Alarak pulling an enemy into the team gives you an excellent pick style comp, as well as it can act as a pseudo engage almost, and did allow an early advantage quite quickly. A very early advantage for the side of lowered expectations, as we did see that pool getting comboed by the Anduin, the Kael'thas, the Joanna stuns, and all the damage, and my word, that was a lot. We did see that the variant comp. The variant does indicate what style of comp you'll be running into, but I don't know if there's necessarily the best heroes built around what variant wants to do. You want a quick blow up and get out, and that wasn't really coming out, as they don't have a burst hero. They have a Phoenix, sure, that had their Planet Cracker. I'm just like making the beam animation with my hands, as well as the Artanis also using the Purify Beam for their burst, but it didn't really... Variant didn't make much sense in the comp, is what I'm trying to say. But probably another tank would have been better, all considering, as Murky was already your point-and-click CC. Right, I'm actually going to quickly open up some talents just so people can see. Here you go. Do you like anything you see? Do you want to use it in your Heroes of the Storm match? Well, here they are. Right. I'll quickly throw it to a break while I set up the next match, and I'll see you very shortly. I pushed the wrong button. Let's ignore that I did that, and it's because I was meant to push this one. Right. Be right back. I pushed the wrong button again, haven't I? Give me a moment. I'm not leaving until I get this right. There. Let's pretend I didn't keep pushing the wrong button. As we see here, we are next getting into Infernal Shrines. Again, I am not sure who picked it, and actually we'll be jumping into it right now, as for once I am on the ball. Quick button, transfer over, and that will be us getting into this game. On the left-hand side of lowered expectations, we see Dexter back on that Alarak, Dingo on Bavarian this time, the Funk on Malfail, Spudmax on Chromie, and Malfrix on the... old man, Deckard Kane. On the right-hand side, we have Dr. Swole on the Green Jesus himself, Frawl, Artful Dodger on the ETC, Nice Beaver on Joanna, Varen on Anduin, and Dr. Huxtable on Li Ming. Interesting that we're seeing Double Tank come out. I'm expecting Artful Dodger to be the one of the offlaners here, as ETC does have Stage Dive. Stage Dive, actually, I do like offlane ETC. I haven't used it much recently. He is a bit counterable. He doesn't have the best wave clear with his main build. Dingo getting very aggressive. I'm very much assuming in that case we do see the Q. No, we just have to see a very aggressive Q. Variant is actually very aggressive, again, considering that he is not quite a tank yet. Excellent orbs coming from Li Ming. Spudmax and both Dingo getting quite low. Malfail already bottom lane. We're probably going to see the Malfail double soak here, as if I open this button. Actually, no, we don't see on a Pale Horse. We do just see Fever Reaper, so a better escape for Malfail. Should be interesting to see what they do. Oh, it's this kind of Malfail. I understand entirely what's happening now. He is going to camp, and they are his camps no one else can touch. Back in the middle lane, Dingo is still taking a lot of damage. Chromie backing out. Probably going to help for Malfail. Is Malfail really going to be immediately on? I want to see how long it takes for all to realize this, and that will be the Varian going down. And Alarak is facing Artful Dodger to begin with. However, will not have their combo talent yet, so we'll be a bit off. Yep. The Funk gets away with it immediately. Dr. Swole just wasn't even aware that that was happening. No one actually touching any of the other camps yet. I expect the Funk will be moving around to do that. Yet we are unsure of his current point in time. ETC does come down. I think he doesn't necessarily want to deal with the Alarak top, as it's not the most favorable build. Nope, he is coming to do that camp. Alarak being alone to get all this soak. Is this camp worth missing a wave or two of soak? I'm unsure. We'll have to see if it pays off in, well, at least the short run, because the long run doesn't really make sense. Dingo still doesn't have taunt yet, will be something very important to note. And we do see Malfoy taking yet another camp. Good root, good Leeming Orb. Dingo does dodge the combo, does have to back out, picks up a couple of potions, and will be safe. Dextor is down here now, wanting to pull in nice Beaver. However, will eat a Leeming combo to basically for the efforts being told, no, don't do that, bad. So yeah, back in the bottom lane. This is a hard matchup for Thrall. Like this, the Funk is, from what I understand, a reasonably good Malfoy. Malfoy also being very good bruiser into other bruisers, into the off lane. And we do see that paying off over time, and we do actually see both health bars going down top. It's actually a bit more interesting. Wait, no taunt. Coming back down here, Dr. Souls have to back off. Varian doesn't quite get taunted, we'll have to back out. Varian did actually have taunt up, so I don't know why that didn't come out. But yeah, we'll see. Dingo getting good orb off. Dingo getting hit by an orb, sorry. Excellent play from Nice Beaver. Dingo being slowly phased out. Dr. Axel getting as much poke in on possible. Good, wise, just good time to back out. Now, this, good slide by Artful Dodger. Dextor doing their best just to keep him down. Malfrix trying to get that combo on him. Artful Dodger now getting caught out of position is ETC. I wonder if they have a slide, and no, they do not quite have their slide back, and that will be ETC going down. Not something you want, considering objectives just come up. You really want that 5th man, because now, I was already going to say that I believe that the left-hand side of Lowered Expectations does have a Shrine Clear advantage, thank you to the Funk. Dingo getting very aggressive, eating a lot of damage for it, but is able to back out. Not many potions being picked up from Dingo. Dingo, you gonna drink those? Yeah, drink before. Yeah, you drank the juice, well done. Dingo's still taking a lot of damage, however, we do see that Lowered Expectations is doing very well to take this objective while there is this Varian distraction going down bottom. And speaking about Varian distraction, he is slowly losing his health. That is 38 of the Shrine minions over to the side of Lowered Expectations, however, so we're still in a very precarious situation for Private Potato. Yes, that's the word. Oh yes, try to avoid. Raka is showing a very helpful advice of try to avoid dying in general. Dingo's looking to step in to get those last 2 minions, and that will be Malfoy actually taking down the Frozen Punch, picking up the Frozen Puncher. Dingo does get a first dodge off on the route, but will unfortunately not be able to get out. That is jump being taken out quite early. However, it's not the end of the world actually, because there isn't really a team to push with this Punisher. Like, yeah, it's getting gate damage on sure, but at the end of the day, it's not the worst. Jump comes out again, does take out the gate, but really only gets the gate itself. We do usually see a bit more value coming out from the first Punisher, especially as it was a frozen one. It usually gets, with the team at least, the first 2 towers and the gates, however only got the gate here. Malfoy is already back on this camp. I want to point this out really quickly. Thrall was not going to get down there in time, and I don't even know if he knew they were there. Chromie looking to a bit... Okay. Okay, lowered expectations. Curious about invading this. It's being called. We do see top Bruce is taking out. Nice Beaver steps very bravely in and does get taunted and killed for their bravery. Should mention that the red team does still have a tank, but they're choosing not to go in, as that is the wisest at this point in time. I wonder what Private Potato did think coming into this game about Alarak. I wonder if Alarak is a... Oh. I'm so sorry. I was about to go ranting and Brawl dies. My bad, guys. We do still see that there is a number advantage over the side. A kill advantage and slight XP lead on the side of Private Potato. However, it is still very close. Alarak being very aggressive, but not quite with his team, so it doesn't find much as no one was rotating through that area. Excellent unstop by Joanna. Doesn't go down. Oh, that is a taunt in the slowing sands, and that is Nice Beaver taking a lot of health and damage. Again, slowly going up, and I believe it was Laws of Hope popped as well as the tap being used. And it indeed was, healing for 25% of their health on top of a well healing. Dingo is getting quite low, but however, there is not quite the damage to follow up, even though all 5 moves are here. And we do see Malfoy actually has been double soaking during this. Malfoy is known for his double soak capabilities. Sure, he doesn't have on a Pale Horse, but he doesn't even need it considering how fast those waves are cleared. Right. We do see Tens out on both sides. That is Frog getting taunted. Vapul is actually interrupted. That is both. Well, Joanna didn't actually see it, only Dr. Swole. Excellent stage dive, hitting Malfrix, being quite a good slow onto them. Nice Beaver gets a double stun out onto both Malfrix and Dexter. Malfrix goes down first, Dingles will be going down next. However, the Artanis, the Alarak will be running away. Meanwhile, the Funk is just doing a camp. So it was a 4v5 bottom for anyone who didn't want to count that fight, because I sure as hell didn't. We're going to quickly rattle off the 10s, because that fight did actually see quite a few of them used. We did see Stage Dive, Light Bomb, Repulsion from Li Ming, Earthquake from Thrall, and Blessed Shield from Joanna for the side of Private Potato. For the side of Lowered Expectations, we do see the Stay a While and Listen. Deadly Charge once again coming out for Alarak. This time it didn't seem to quite pay off as well. Shield Wall from Varian, Slowing Sands from Chromie, and Last Rites for Malfoy. Speaking on Malfoy, Artful Dodge does go up to him. Does not quite get the stun of him, but will throws him out. So this is a position actually that Private Potato want to be in. They do have very good Shrine control considering they have double tank Bruiser, Hypercarry Li Ming. However, Li Ming doesn't do the best damage onto the Shrine just due to how the Shrine creep works, and Andal will be going down first thanks to those Slowing Sands just killing all momentum and escape that people want to have. Dr. Swole barely getting out. Good peel by Artful Dodger, but that will be the pull. I should actually really know what it's called, but... And Dr. Swole just recognizing that it was a nice kill indeed. Joanna, excellent Iron Skin, able to get out from that as we do see the Iron Skin upgrade of Hold Your Ground, and that will be Li Ming getting full combo. Oh, Artful Dodger, that was very brave. Brave Slide is actually the only choice for them to get out properly without getting stunned comboed as well. And this looks like it'll currently be the second Punisher of the Arcane Punisher, being at least in the lead for the side of Lowered Expectations. Good pull by Anduin, very much needed to save Nice Beaver from his dad, Dingo Vivarian over there on the side of Lowered Expectations. Hate seeing father and son fight. Artful Dodger being slowly run down by Dingo. Dingo did not actually, well, did have taunt up, but didn't have a team to follow up. Let's see what you do, Arcane Punisher. Do you do more than your Frozen Brethren? You probably should, as you are a more scaled Punisher. I'm just going to quickly zoom out and close this. Yep, there we go. We can see a bit more now. I'm going to zoom in slightly as the fight is slowly coming together more and more. The Punisher will go down with only one tower falling, so a little bit more, but no gate does get the boot back onto Spud Max. We do see the Encore coming out, and that is a taunt pull. Silence combo onto the Artful Dodger. Artful Dodger realizing they have to run down. However, it runs into the Funk, and the Funk does just last right them very much as a drive-by. We see Anduin and Nice Beaver. I keep calling it Nice Beaver. Joanna being pulled there, and again, a lot of damage coming out. That Alarak is doing a lot of work this series. I do wonder if it was just the Red Team Private Potato thought they could overcome Alarak on a larger, more macro-style map, but with things such as Malfoy, we do see a very good, good work me. We do see a very good double soaker being able to pick up what slack that may come out just because of this melee assassin. Very safe play by both Varian and Dr. Huxtable here. I do know that Varian, just see the moves in Varian, we do see the Lion's Boots, move speed, Lion's Boots, something like that. Yeah, the pull move speed bonus. Glass Cannon Li Ming, very brave considering that they do have a lot of burn already, some kill potential Ridley. I wonder how much damage Deadly Charge will take out of Li Ming's health considering that sadism and the lowered health of Dr. Huxtable. Zoom out, I zoomed in, zoom out slightly, nope. Dr. Huxtable, Dexter changed my mind. Shield comes out onto the Dingo. That will be Varian challenging back in, getting a taunt combo, and that will be Li Ming going down first. Again, as I said, that is... Glass Cannon is a risk, and that was a very unfortunate kill. However, Dexter will go down here as they get taken out. All their health gets taken out thanks to the tower as well as the lockdown between these three heroes. Oh, Malfoy did it again! The camping god Malfow. Nice Beaver stepping up. Chromie will get actually a decent amount of damage onto Artful Dodger. Artful Dodger gets taunted. Spudmax gets that slowing Sands down. However, we do see... Oh no, the... Oh my gosh, it's like the Joanna Falling Sword, except it's Light Bomb ETC. Okay, interesting tech. I mean, yeah, it's just... We don't usually see it on an ETC, we usually see it on Falling Sword. Oh. Malfow takes bottom. Again, Malfow... Not the best, but excellent siege, as I've been saying the whole game actually, does have double clear very well. However, when it comes to things such as I'm just watching Artful Dodger's health, like, oh no, buddy! But when it comes to buildings, he struggles on structures, as the easiest way to remember it is, buildings don't have souls. They're not alive. I don't know. In saying that, Kira has a bleed, but it hits buildings, I believe, so there's a lot of questions. That will be Dr. Swole going down to the last rights. Li Ming is first to go down. Dexter does try to get the deadly charge out. Doesn't quite hit the Anduin. Anduin will still fall down as Malfow just tears through the enemy team. This is the second Punisher top already, and this time it is a Mortar. Mortar, as some people may know, is one of the strongest scaling Punishers in the game. Scales the strongest over time in the game, as I believe their Mortars hit for 5%. Gain 5% extra per minute? Something like that? I'm not entirely sure. As opposed to how most damage only scales by 4%. Just for some nice numbers for you. Does this mean anything to most people? No. Is it interesting to some people? Yes. And... Alright, that's a 16. I looked at my... Wait, did he only just pick up his 13? I was just staring at it. But even then, it's still a late pickup on 16. We do see 16s out from the side of Private Potato at least. As they are now on an even playing field, at least in terms of talents. And that actually will be the Brawl going down. Have to play a bit more careful with this combo of Dexter's Deadly Charge as well as Dingo's Taunt. That is a decent amount of burst that can come out at any given moment. Just slowly... Wait, I could use arrow keys, just slowly bring the camera... Yeah, let's go! Figuring stuff out, because sometimes I remember what I'm doing. Not often, but sometimes I do. And this will be, again, that Mortar Punisher coming out, as we just see those just looking at those mortars going off, just see the gates fall quite quickly. As I said, this is probably one of the more destructive Punishers and better a late game. Artful Dodger gets the slide off before they get silenced, so that slide is not interrupted. Very lucky. Taunt actually didn't quite connect with him either. If Taunt had connected, that may have been Artful Dodger going down, that may have been an end, and that is a deadly charge, and that will be a kill onto the ETC, but that was the Punisher itself taking it out. Excellent. Li Ming Orb taking out a lot of damage on the side of lowered expectations, however. Prime Potato did lose a hero there. Joanna gets stunned. Dexter goes for the combo, gets it off, gets actually a good free hit, but that will not be Nice Beaver going down. However, that will be the Brawl going down. That's very unfortunate. And do we see an end call here? There's not the best siege on the side of lowered expectations. As I said, Alarak not a great siege hero. However, that is kind of made up for between... Really only by Spudmax. There is not exactly good, as some people call it, building kill. Building race would probably be better call. Good Iron Skin, Taunt was up, that may have been Nice Beaver dead there. That is a stage dive coming in, ETC does get pushed away, gets the stun out onto Dingo. Dingo is getting a lot of damage out of him, however Slowing Sands does a lot, and that will be the ETC going out once again. Dexter does not quite find anything with the counter strike there. Dingo goes further in, doesn't have a follow-up for Dr. Huxtable, and that will be Chromie going down to what looks like either the Blessed Shield or the Shield Glare. Yeah. The Funk getting very low, actually gets out a kill onto Nice Beaver. Goes down for it, but gets another last right stack, as I'll quickly show you the Storm Talents that has been taken on the side of lowered expectations. With Infinite Motions, we have No One Can Stop Death, as we do see Malphow's just returned as excellent pull combo onto the Dr. Swole, but however Dr. Swole will be able to run away. Again, barely run away. Taunt to upgrade from Varian, we don't see this one too much often, but it essentially just means more taunts. Not too hard to understand. Good sleep root from Malfrex. We do see double light. Was it double? No, it wasn't double lightning. I just heard it wrong. Dingo goes down to Light Bomb. painful stuff. This is a lot of macro pressure coming actually. We see stage dive coming out on top. Slide hits the Malfair. Malfair not able to go down. However, we did see Brawl 4 there, thank you to that Alarak. Alarak eating those potions. Surviving, we see Core slowly falling. That is Anduin taken down by Last Rites. That is Alarak going down to the Leeming, and that will be the Funk also going down. Malfrix deciding to back out. Dexter calling GG's. Don't think that one's in good faith, but oh well. Yep, I think they realized their mistake. Well done. That core will barely survive and will regain that 25% shield. Adjective is not actually called yet, so we do have a bit of time for lowered expectations to get their respawns in. So I'm going to quickly just tab around, make sure I'm not doing anything. Sorry, I mean, you're not wrong, just a little quick. At least we see Private Potato is at least good-humoured about Malfrix's, not Dexter's early call. Oh my lord, I can see both chat. Malfric. Oh no. Ooh. Are we seeing a backdoor attempt here? We're seeing very aggressive positioning by both the Chromie and the... Okay, right, I can hold middle click. And, oh, that is a large stage dive. Malfrix getting hit there, slide going out. Missing Malfrix actually. And when it gets root, did run into the slowing sands, and that will be Dingo going straight to call. Spudmax losing a lot of health. Spudmax does actually need to stay alive. That is their main core kill. And that is Chromie going out first. Dingo will be soon to follow by the looks of it. Yep, goes down. Malfrix now in a very dangerous position. Does get the slow out on, thank you to that Sapphire. Sapphire, a talent I wish I saw picked a bit more. Isn't, but it is what it is. We do see Dexter starting this Frozen Punisher. Frozen Punisher will actually end here. Actually, a lot of things will end here for the side of lower the expectations. Dr. Soul's the first one there, gets pushed out back into the roots from the Decade. Okay, I like how Red are taking their time to prep waves and such, make sure they don't get pushed in by a monster, like a very large wave such as this. However, they can't take too long. They need every single minion they can get as respawns are just 20 seconds away, not the longest time world. May feel like eternity in Heroes of the Storm, but not the longest time world. Especially because minions only respawn every 10 seconds, I feel like that's too short. They're basically a set respawn time, maybe 5 seconds. It takes a while. But yeah, they'll respawn in batches of 10s, but will come out to the Frozen Punisher for the side of Private Potato. Private Potato need to make a choice. If they either push... Well, I should actually say lowered expectations need to make a choice here. Either they go core, or they decide to, well, play it safe and just defend, which we do see happening. The pool manages to get... At least Dr. Swole is unable to hit Joanna's. Joanna did pop Iron's skin here. This Punisher is laying down a lot of damage. Not really enough to the fort. Excellent light bomb coming out. However, that will be Dr. Swole losing a lot of her health. Pool goes out and denies Beaver. And Dr. Swole goes down. Thank you to that Chromie falling sands on the... with a damage bonus from a proper greeting. If you don't know, a proper greeting gives bonus damage depending on if the hero is slowed. Dexter, I believe, is calling for assistance. Does step in quite early. Artful dodge and misses via stun. As, funny enough, Dexter was able to dodge it. The silence does miss, however, is still ETC going down. I will close this just for clarity. Double root from Anduin manages that too. However, this is very likely a GG. I said that before, as well as Dexter did, but we'll just see what happens here. I'm just going to hover over the score. Deadly Charge comes out, doesn't quite hit anyone. Dr. Swole saying now it's GG's. Dingo actually takes a lot of damage early on. Dexter also taking a reasonable amount of damage early on in this fight. However, this, yep, it's just too much health, too much damage on the core. And when trying to keep people alive, that is nice. Beaver actually not quite going down to the Last Rites. That will be Chromie going down. However, it is again a bit too little too late, as the game will go over to the side of lowered expectations. And I will just remember which buttons I'm meant to be pushing. Push this one, and open up this screen. Right. As I said, I liked the Sapphire pickup, a personal favourite of mine, but that's not what I'm meant to be going over yet. Talents. Malfoy definitely do a lot of siege. Joanna actually kept up in terms of siege. However, Soak did go over to the side to Malphal in terms of that. Sorry, yawning. Dickon. Almost 100k healing. Very impressive. And we're not quite as close, only about 50k full. Did 4600 healing slash shielding. I am going to make an assumption and check it immediately. Yep, we did see Irvin shields come out, so that's every time a tick of Earthquake goes off, the Li team, each member of the Li team will receive a shield equal to 15% of their maximum health. However, the burst was just again slightly too much on the side of lowered expectations, so that would be the series going over to them. Both teams did have an excellent idea about controlling the objective, and however, the Malphal did do a lot in the early game of taking camps and taking the objective, as they do have excellent AoE damage, while ETC and Joanna and Thrall have excellent zone control. They don't really have the clear for it, as Li Ming does kind of get a bit screwed over by the the minions on the shrine is the best way to put it. Yeah. That's right, I'm going to quickly show you some talents, just so everyone is well aware of what builds we use today. If they want to try them themselves, here you go. This is all looking relatively standard, I would say. I don't know much of Malphal. I think Fear the Reaper is used a bit less. It's very good escape for him. However, Malphal and Sever seem to be in too much damage. We do see the offlane ETC build as their speed middle into the E, into the E. We do have just the auto attack build. Piercing Light, not taking as much at the moment. But I do have to wonder about the glass cannon. I do wonder if it's a right call, as we did see her whole health bar just disappearing a few too many times. Right, I shall swap it over to the map view screen as I push this button, as well as I push this button. So we saw that it was a 2-0 to the side of lowered expectations. I'd like to thank both the teams for playing. It was a wonderful series. However, this will not be the last cast of the evening, so do stick around. I've got to figure out what I want to pick up still, and that will be coming along very shortly. But for now, I want to thank people who came out to watch this match. I wish you all a good night, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are. And I'll see you all in the Nexus.